And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Ethereum analysis video. I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone. Krisha, today's a green day. Yesterday's red day is all being forgotten. Wow. Nice bounces across the board.
Yes, sirree. But now, I currently have Ethereum, by the way, opened up on the 4-hour time frame. Now, I know I don't usually start off with those lower time frames, but today I want to start off with this one because I actually want to give Sean a shout out. Now, Sean, so I was actually going through yesterday's video, this morning, and it kind of while I was watching it, I was listening to Sean's analysis, and it was so friggin' on point. Now, for those of you who actually caught yesterday's analysis and you listened, you actually took the time to sit down and listen to the analysis, okay, you would have noticed there that Sean, okay, he basically said this. He said, hey, I'm expecting price to come all the way down to 965 if we lose the 4-hour Kijun, which it did, right? We got that play to the downside. He said, however, I will also be expecting price to get a bounce play on that and close the 12-hour candle over this 1040-ish region. And guys, if you pan on over to that 12-hour time frame, that's exactly what we did. That pink line that you see there is at $1,040 region. We did exactly that. And look at that buyback. And he said these words. He's like, this is going to be a potential trade setup. So for those of you who caught that trade, who caught Sean's analysis from yesterday's video, that was a good 19-20% to the upside, right? Even if you take it from the 960 region, all right, take the plate, that's a good 12% to the upside. And this is also, by the way, you had mentioned something. I'm not sure if you mentioned it in the analysis video, the Ethereum analysis video, or the live stream, but we were talking about multi time frame analysis.
Yeah.
And this is where this all like fits in, right? So Sean, tell us what how did you really come to this analysis?
Well, so this is I've mentioned this in the past, and that, guys, you're going to come up with your trade setups, you're going to come up with your trade ideas, and sometimes they're really, really obvious and they're not going to work, right? It's really important to take those trade setups down and note them down and start recording them so that you can come back to them and give those a better look and realize, hey, you know what? Maybe I should be taking the opposite end of these trades. So essentially, Krisha, the reason I was able to read that was more so because in my past, during my journey, while I was learning how to trade and I was taking a lot of these obvious trade setups, I realized that I was being caught on the wrong side of these trades. So, for example, on this setup over here, where the 4-hour came and closed underneath the Kijun, I would have been on the wrong side where I'd be closing my position, only to notice that, hey, wait a minute, all I had to do was wait a little bit more, and the 12-hour came and closed above the Kijun, right? So this has come from experience of actually being on the painful side of things. So I use that pain to make it my gain, because I realized that, hey, if I'm on the wrong side, there's going to be a lot of other amateur, newer traders that are also going to be taking these wrong trade setups and are going to be letting go of their position early, and they're going to be feeling, God damn it, I let go. And what happens right after? They FOMO buy back in, right? And then you see those up thrusts towards the next level, where price invariably sees another small pullback or bigger pullback, depending on what we see unfold. So, Krisha, it's really just come from trading experience. That particular formation, that particular price action resonated back to moves I've seen in the past. So it's not so much that I'm an oracle, because I got a lot of messages where people ask me, Sean, how do you know? I don't know. I don't know that it's going to happen. It's just a probability of it happening, and you play the probability, right? So
exactly,
it comes down to being comfortable. So, Krisha, we knew, right, it was going to come down to around, well, we didn't know, but we knew there was a probability of it coming down to around 940, 950-ish. We talked about it in the video, but I still started building my position from around 1,000-ish, right? Around 980, 1,000-ish. I was okay getting an early position, and then I rounded up my position. As soon as it came underneath that wick low over there, I was like, this is it. Okay, this is where I know I need to buy, or I'm going to regret it, because there's going to be trap traders on the wrong side over here. I want that position.
Yeah.
So that's where I filled the rest up. But I don't know it's going to come down there for that perfect buy for sure. But if it does, I'm ready.
You know, on that note, and guys, I want you to notice how, you know, Sean didn't care, right? Even if so you took a trade on this, correct?
Yeah.
So he was not thinking of catching that bottom there. He had a plan and he stuck to it. Okay, and in that note, I actually want to bring up a Discord message from this morning, and I want to give someone from the Mango Seed a very big shout out. And this was actually Audrina from the Mango Seed program, and it should be a proud moment for you, Sean.
Well, not just me, you too, right?
Yeah,
she learned a lot from you.
Just listen to this. So she's essentially replying to a message from Sean saying that Bitcoin is going to have...
Back when Bitcoin was around 10,000, we were kind of giving the entire community cautionary advice, right? We're like, listen, Bitcoin's currently sitting at $10,000, but I want you guys to all get ready, get prepared mentally for the time when Bitcoin's sitting around 40,000, 50,000, because we're going to see price fluctuations of Bitcoin's current price, which is $10,000. We're going to see $10,000 price moves in a day or two. Mm-hmm. So get ready for that, because your portfolio is going to be swinging widely, and it's the emotion of that nominal value that's going to get a lot of people shook up. So yeah, that's what we were talking about.
That's right. And so Arjana was replying to that message, and she's like, "Hi Sean, I remember you saying that actually. For me, this dip was great timing, as I was trying to get myself ready for opportunity like this for the past week." Then she goes on to give us an explanation about basically the trade that she already has running. But what really stood out to me was this part right here. "So I think I managed to get in solid today at average 32.9k. Had to take the further dip though, but it was only halfway down, given my tolerance for taking the risk. Would be willing to go all the way down to 28.8k. What was really key about this, Sean, and this is what I really liked, that she was not like bottom fetching or anything.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to get the actual she's like, listen, this is a good enough position for me. I want to get my position in, because in case it goes on without me, I'm going to feel more pain there, right? Because she understood especially as a trend trader, the things we teach in Seed, she understood the importance of getting your position in and getting the trade in. She's like, I'm willing for it to go all the way down to 28.8k for my risk tolerance, right? These are all concepts, all these ideas that she's learned over a year and a half now, I believe, of her journey thus far. And it's so good to see. So good to see.
And this is what's key. And the next part that really stood out to me was this. And this is what also, we have a lot of new Seed members. And if you guys are watching this is very key. What she said, the next part that she mentioned was, just wanted to illustrate how all the previous basic modules, the risk management and now the margin trading module, are all coming together for me. And this is very critical. Okay, now I'm talking to the Seed members. It is very important for you to, that's why it's very important for you to go through that sequence. Okay, because it's a build up on top of each other. So at the end of it, you're able to actually have a nice holistic view on how to dissect a chart.
Yeah.
And so guys, your TA becomes that much more powerful. It gives you that much more of an edge. And so that's why every time someone comes to me about the Mango Seed program, I tell them, take your time with it. Take your time, understand it. Take your time to actually apply it to the chart.
And think about this, Kusha. She's sitting in a Bitcoin position all the way from $22,000. Okay, Bitcoin had just broke 20K. She knew exactly what to do. Okay, at 22,000, she wasn't afraid of buying, even though it was at such a high price. A lot of people are saying she's sitting at an Ethereum position of 600 ETH, at $600 per ETH, and now she bought Bitcoin again at $32,000. Right? She is literally doing it the Mango way. I am so freaking proud to see her putting all these concepts together. And yeah, it just, again, it was really good to read it.
Exactly. So it's following the plan, and also look at her buying on strength.
Yep.
This is the Mango way. So that was just a really nice snippet, and big shout out to Adriana for that. But anyways, getting back onto the charts now. Actually, before we get back into the charts, I just want to let everyone know, now people have been really enjoying the live streams. Are we going to be doing a live stream today, Sean?
Yes, we will. We will.
Okay, perfect. So we will be doing another live stream today, and if you guys want to catch that, either join the Discord chat so that way you get a notification, or you guys can just get onto the main Mango channel, and yeah, you should see us live there in about, well, really depending on when this video renders. Okay,
yeah. Someone mentioned yesterday in the live stream that we should be telling people to hit the bell icon so that way they get a notification. Now, I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah, hit the bell icon, guys. I mean, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't think it was that important. I thought if you hit subscribe, it was enough, but yeah.
No, apparently they get notified. So yes, if you want to get notified, definitely hit that bell icon. All right. Now let's get into the charts. Now, once again, I actually want to first get onto ETHUSD on that weekly time frame. Okay, now here's why. Because, so we actually mentioned this level at $960, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we saw price actually come down there in the 4-hour time frame and get support there. All the candle body closes were over that $960 region. Now, and this is what's key. This is why, like, I love horizontals on Ethereum, Sean. It's because it actually cascades so well onto those lower time frames. Now, for those of you who actually caught yesterday's video, I mentioned to you my horizontals right on the chart. And I told you guys, these two yellow horizontals that I have are weekly regions of resistance, okay, and support. And Sean, that support came in at $960.
Ooh, brilliant.
Right. And this is why, I mean, just understanding these very core concepts, it can help you even on the lower time frames. So now, I mean, this is clearly, even though we actually have this pullback, it's clearly on the weekly time frame at the very least. We've not even come down to any of our, to test any of our cloud levels, or even our 10 simple moving average. So we're technically still trending on that. But now the question is, which time frame are we trending on? Right. So I want to get on. Sorry, go on, Sean.
No. Continue.
So I want to get onto the daily time frame. Okay, and now if you look at the daily time frame, so we broke down from this beautiful sort of rising channel. Okay, we had a nice, beautiful, clean break. We met the measured move of this break, but I want you to notice this daily close. We closed underneath the 10 simple moving average.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I want to see continuation on ETHUSD, okay, at least at the very least on the daily time frame, if I want to see continuation, say tomorrow, I will actually be looking for price to close over that 10 simple moving average, which is also coming in at 1,150, which is also in line with a region of monthly resistance overhead.
Yep.
So that's what I'll be looking for on tomorrow's close if I am expecting further move to the upside. If not, if we get rejected on that 10 SMA, I'll be looking for maybe another dip to the downside, putting in a higher low of sorts.
Yep. So that's a really, really good read, Krish. I completely agree with you on that.
Do you have, is there anything else that you're looking at, Sean, on this chart?
Yes, but I don't think it's going to be too helpful for people who don't. Okay, so I'm looking at the Mango Dynamic shots a little bit. You do have it up open, so yes. You can go ahead and show to them. That way they can get some reference. This is not going to change for at least the next few, at least a couple of days. So the Mango Dynamic, Krisha, look at how well price is respecting it, right? We're seeing price come and close literally on it. So tomorrow's candle close is going to give me a lot of information as to how aggressive I want to be playing this. The 12-hour Mango Dynamic 2 is going to give us a little bit more information. If we can close the next 12 hours or even a single 12-hour candle back over the 12-hour Mango Dynamic, that's going to make me feel even better and more confident about going in strong on this one. So, hey, on yesterday's live stream, I told you guys, we start off the live stream by saying, hey, yes, things are looking red for Bitcoin, but I'm buying Bitcoin anyways. I have no option. I have to take the trade. It's part of my system. It's my rules. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to be taking the trade, right? Whether I feel like, oh, this is going to come down low or not is irrelevant. My rules are telling me to take the trade, right? And that kind of made it so stress-free because I had no option. The manager part of Sean, the guy who planned all of my executions, told the executioner, Sean, you have no choice. Take the trades that I set up for you or you're fired. And look at that. I took the trade because I had no option and we're sitting in the green right now, heavily in the green.
Yes.
But I'm really now waiting. Now, what happens next is going to be really, really pivotal. Do we put in a lower high along somewhere around 30, anywhere between 36 to 37, Krisha? I'm looking at Bitcoin right now at 37,000-ish. Because what Bitcoin does is going to dictate Ethereum. The way I'm playing it, Krisha, this may be a little bit more on the complicated side. But what I'm doing is I'm using Ethereum and Bitcoin together to judge where we might see pivotal points. So I noticed that Ethereum's levels were getting respected on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is currently in price discovery. So is the market, my thesis was the market going to be using Ethereum's levels for even Bitcoin's pullbacks, right? So Ethereum getting up to around this high of 13,500, sorry, 1,350, was that going to line up with Bitcoin's pullback at 40,000? And what do you know? It did, right? But Ethereum getting up to its all-time high lined up with Bitcoin getting up to its round number of $40,000.
Yeah.
And we saw the pullback right over there. So, Krisha, the way I was reading this was, is this a possibility where Ethereum coming down to around 950 was equivalent to when Bitcoin came down to around 17,500-ish, right? When it went up to around 19,000, everyone was expecting it to break the all-time high. People got FOMO-ish. What happens? Bitcoin comes down to 17,500. Everybody panics. Everybody gets scared. This is the end of the run, blah, blah, blah. Well, we didn't, right? We stayed firm. We said 17,200 was going to be a key level because of a variety of reasons. And Krisha, okay, let's go back on over to the weekly. Remember what I told you? Remember, let's go back to, I don't want to say I told you so too much over here. It's just panning out all so freaking well that it's unbelievable even for me. 1 week ago, and I urge all of you guys to go back and watch those older videos before Ethereum had reached these levels. I had said that going back to around 2019 Feb, right? 2018 Feb, that juncture where Ethereum was sitting at around 850 to 950, I said that is the same pivotal level that Bitcoin was at 17,200.
Yeah.
That if we take that level and retest it, it's going to be very similar to how Bitcoin took out at 17,200 level and retested it. And what do you know? That's exactly what we've done thus far. We took out the level, came back and retested and bounced back up.
Yeah.
So far, things are going almost identically. Now, remember, history, it doesn't need to match A to A. It more so rhymes, right? So let's go ahead and see how all of this unfolds. But there's edge over here to play the confidence that this is likely going to keep trending. You don't need to play it exactly the way it happened. All you need to know is that this is likely going to keep trending and see continuation the way Bitcoin did. So let's see.
Yeah. Man, this chart is looking so good. Ugh. Like, I'm in absolute awe of this right now. But Sean, I have one more question before we get onto the FBDC chart. What are your thoughts on the daily candle?
Okay, let me just pan on over to the daily. And again, the daily closed literally on the dynamic, which is what's making me excited about this. I was expecting this to okay, so I don't want to say I was expecting it to, but I was being cautionary about this closing underneath the dynamic, because if it did close underneath 1080-ish, I would have been a little bit less aggressive about how I play Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? But this closed above the dynamic on Ethereum as well as on Bitcoin. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is really, really interesting. Now, how the next daily candle closes is going to be very, very pivotal. It doesn't need to bounce right away from here, Krisha. But if we start putting in a bull flag over here on the daily time frame, if we even range between 1,280-ish and around 1,100-ish, right? If we start doing that and put in high lows, that's going to cause a massive, massive impulsive move that takes Ethereum not only to 1,500-ish, but I believe we're going to go to 2,500 as our next target.
Yeah. Damn. I agree with you there. So I think this whole thing of the dynamic support, and I'm noticing. So I was looking at the 10 SMA on the cloud just now on the daily, and I was looking at it. I was looking at price relative to the dynamic, and I think the dynamic catches it much better in terms of you know, how it supports price. So I think if it takes out this region right here, okay, at 1,130-ish. To the upside on the daily, this is going. We may just actually put in a bullish consolidation and likely, like Sean mentioned, probably just rip to 2K, 2 to 2.5K.
Yep.
It's going to be a good thing. And you know what? Now let's actually get onto the FBDC chart, because this is very interesting now. So let's quickly get onto FBDC, because this is something that I want to cover. I'm currently, once again, Sean, on the daily time frame, and I want you to notice the structure here. It is putting in a bullish consolidation pattern here.
Yes.
Right? We have a series of, well, higher lows. Okay, yes, we also have a series of higher highs. Sorry, lower highs. And look at this consolidation. And if we just pattern over to the weekly time frame now, okay, so we can see that on the daily, we're putting in a consolidation of sorts. But if you pattern over to the daily, you'll notice what happened here. So I'm actually just going to put on my Ichimoku Cloud very quickly. And you'll notice, so yesterday, this is something that I brought up. I was looking at how price was reacting relative to that historic diagonal that has been marking the tops ever since June of 2017. And you notice that we actually had a break here. Okay, and it was not just a break of a diagonal, but it was also a break of the 20 simple moving average to the upside, as well as the Tenkin to the upside. So there was a lot of confluence on that level. And yesterday, when we actually had that dip, okay, I want you to see where we dipped down to. The 10 simple moving average. And this is exactly what I was wondering. So yesterday when I was taking a trade on Ethereum, I'm just like, there's a good friggin' chance that we have a bounce play here. We get down to the 10, only to close over the Tenkin and the 20 simple moving average, actually get that beautiful buyback. And that's exactly where we're sitting at. Yes, this candle has not closed, so we'll have to wait on this weekly close. But so far, it's looking bloody amazing here.
It is. Ethereum is surprising all of the Bitcoin maximalists, and they're getting fumey over this. It's really funny to see how the Bitcoin fans, and I'm a Bitcoin fan too, right? But it's kind of funny and a little bit embarrassing to see how they're getting really riled up on Ethereum's performance thus far. And I think that's very immature. But anyways, that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, I think ETH is looking good here. I'm really liking the picture. What I will not like, okay, now this is something I'm going to tell them. So there's always two sides to a trade, right? So this is, I'm bullish. I'm currently bullish on Ethereum, if you guys haven't already noticed. But if this picture has to change, and if I think that Bitcoin may very well take over once again, I will be looking for this ETH-BTC chart to lose this point of support right here, this wick low right here, which is coming in at 0.029 sats. If we start closing, if we actually get another sort of wick low down there, okay, past that region, then I'll say that, okay, you know what? Bitcoin is likely going to take the lead once again.
Yep.
But at the very least, I'll be looking for that.
Krisha.
Sorry?
That's a pivotal zone, so you're right. It's going to be even uglier if we even close a candle underneath that level, so...
Yeah. So, this is my analysis on ETH BTC. I think Ethereum may want to start taking control from here. However, we still do not have confirmation.
Premature.
Yes, we do not have confirmation. So this is premature right now. But so far, I think I'm liking the picture.
Yep, it's a good time to start getting either positionally ready or mentally ready, right?
Yeah.
Remember, guys, your job in this market is to just perform as best as you can. Don't get too attached emotionally to any single coin, okay? Risk first, always, okay? So it needs to be your risk to performance ratio, not just your performance. If you're putting on a lot of risk to get that performance, that's not good trading, in my opinion. So it needs to be always risk first and then performance second.
Perfect. Now, guys, don't forget to catch the live stream today. If you're going to be up, we will be live, and we will be dissecting all kinds of charts. So be there or be square. Cool beans. Any final notes, Sean?
Nope, guys, do the mango way, do the stress-free way. Learn from from Adrogina's journey, right? Again,
Yes.
you need to once you enter a position, the likelihood of it just going straight up, right, without it coming even slightly down on you is very, very unlikely. And the insidious part of this journey right now, of I don't say this journey, but this phase of the market, when prices are at such big numbers, these nominal values are going to scare you guys out of your positions, right? It might be a good trade, but it's going to turn into a bad trade about in the way you guys manage your trade, right? So again,
Yes.
do it the mango way, guys. Do it the mango way.
So trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, guys.